Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Lisa, and tonight I'm going to be doing a general reading for the sign of Gemini. So if you're a Gemini, stick around. You probably are if you saw the title and saw that it said Gemini. So this will be a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone because it's a collective reading. You know, everybody's on a different timeline of energy, so this could be something you've, you know, already been through, something, that you are going to go through at some point, not at all. So keep that in mind. I'm going to look at your past energies, current energies, and future energies. I believe that readings are timeless. You'll see this when you need to see it. So I think that's about it. Hope everybody has had a great day. My day wasn't too bad until I stubbed one of my little toes, and pretty painful for, just stubbing a little toe. It's a nice shade of purple now, matches one of my blankets. Okay, so anyway, let's get to this. Let's see what we've got going on for you Geminis today. Spirit, what message do you have for the sign of Gemini, please? What messages do you have for the sign of Gemini? What message do you have for the sign of Gemini? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It looks like you might be struggling a little. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords. So it seems like maybe some thoughts have been bothering you. Some sleepless nights thinking about a person or a situation. It could have to do with this Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups is it's what I call the family card. It's about, family happiness, a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, kids, the white picket fence, the whole 9 yards. This is in reverse though. So that's telling me that there is something not quite right within a family situation. Cups also signify emotions. So this could signify just the emotional upset, a great deal of it. Tens are also the ending of a cycle. So something could have ended recently that has you upset emotionally and in your thoughts, since you've got the Nine of Swords here as well. Your current energy, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, it's about the truth. It can be a new thought process, a new start. Maybe you're thinking of starting up something new. We'll get some clarifiers on this shortly. You also have, now normally I have 3 cards, but these 2 came out. Actually, this one I should put below. Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups came out together. Ten of Swords, that's the one right after this 9 here you have on the bottom of the deck. This is also, so you've got 2 tens here so far in the reading, number-wise. Ten of Swords, this can signify some betrayal, feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, the ending of something, the ending of a cycle, the ending of a period in your life. But this card in this particular deck, I like it because even though a lot of times this signifies, betrayal, somebody may have backstabbed you, that type of energy, it shows her here, even though she's walking up this hill, Once she's up there at the top, there's a lightness, and that's signifying that there's something good around the corner. There's something good after this cycle is ending. And you also have the Four of Cups. This can be some boredom. It's kind of like not realizing what's in front of you. You're too focused on what's happened behind you to kind of realize what's going on, in front of you, around you, the good things, instead of focusing too much on the bad things. So, let me get my other deck to clarify. I'm going to start out with this Ten of Cups here. Okay, I'm not ready yet, Spirit. We already got some flying out. Now, when I was pre-shuffling, I most of the time I pre-shuffle, just make sure my cards are in order, facing the right direction, all that. King of Pentacles popped out twice. Now, that one is about, it's actually a, stable type of energy. Could represent a man in your life. But it pretty much flew out twice, 2 different times, with this deck that I'm going to use now. So, we shall see what we get. Let me go ahead and clarify this Ten of Cups. Spirit, please clarify Ten of Cups. Why is this Ten of Cups here? Thank you. Yeah, bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Sorry, I've got glare from this. Hold on one second. I'm going to turn this light, I don't want to turn the whole camera. Bear with me here. This glare off this light drives me nuts. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. This is the card of Aries, which is a fire sign. The Emperor is a take charge person. They can have a little bit of a bite to them. They're going to do what they feel is right, but a lot of times they're going to sacrifice people in the process. So they don't really have a bunch of empathy. Doesn't sound good for Aries, and I'm an Aries, by the way. But they don't have to think about what they're doing. They pretty much do it. They're quick with their thoughts. They're quick with their actions. That type of energy. The card that you have clarifying this Ten of Cups for the recent past, Eight of Swords. So now we have another sword card. Eight of Swords. This is a self-imposed feeling of being trapped in your thoughts. So you might know that what you're thinking about isn't necessarily true. You might over-exaggerate, overthinking. You're all wrapped up in these thoughts, but you're basically the one in control of your thoughts. So the Eight of Swords is about you've been sitting in, you've been sitting in this anxiety state of mind in your recent past. Let me see if I can get another card on this one. I'm still wondering if this is about family life in general, a specific person, maybe just your thoughts about family life. You might be struggling with that. Let me see if I can get another card. Spirit, please clarify Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Please clarify the Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here, please? Thank you. Queen of Swords. You got a lot of swords in this reading, Gemini. Queen of Swords, she can represent a person. She's very logically thinking. If you think of her in regards to somebody you know, she might seem like she doesn't have much emotions. She doesn't show her emotional side, let's put it that way. She does have an emotional side, she just does not show it. She doesn't let it show. But the Queen of Swords, this can represent a person. It can also represent just, again, the thought process, trying to cut through to the truth. This could mean that you started coming out of this self-imposed anxiety in your thinking, and you've been moving toward the Queen of Swords energy, which is, logically balanced in your thoughts. So you're not suffering from anxiety. You're more balanced out in your energy wise. Bottom of the deck on this one is Seven of Cups. There's a lot of choices. This is about choices, not being able to sometimes see all of the choices you have in front of you. So all of this could have to do with making a choice regarding a family situation, somebody in your family, because again, this is a cup card and it is on the bottom of the deck, clarifying your recent past right after this, when I pulled the Queen of Swords. So let's go on to Ace of Swords. This is your current energy. Let's see what you got going on now. Okay. I had not asked yet, but I'm going to take it. Now we have King of Swords. I don't know if I've ever seen this many swords in a reading before. King of Swords, he's the pairing to this queen down here. And it's clarifying this ace. It could be that this king is coming in towards you in your current energy. Or it could just mean that you've started this new thought process and you're projecting more of a King of Sword energy, where before you were projecting the Eight of Sword, anxiety ridden, energy. Because he's sitting right next to this Eight of Swords now. What do we have on the bottom here? Bottom of the deck, we have the World. This is also the ending of a cycle, a new way of looking at things. In this deck, there's an eye up here. It's kind of like a peephole in a door in a key, key lock. The bottom is a baby, signifying the world, the birth of something, a new cycle starting, and the balance of these two things. This here, it looks like a rope. You probably can't see it, especially with this glare. This is a snake. Snakes represent this rebirth, a new birth energy. So this might just mean that you are trying to pull yourself out of this anxiety that you've been, feeling lately. Let me grab another card on this. Let's see what we're going to get next to the Queen of Swords. Spirit, please clarify the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here, please? For Gemini, why is the King of Swords here? Please clarify. Why is the King of Swords? Thank you. Temperance. Temperance is an angelic card. It's about balance. It's about balancing all of this from one thing to two things to two cups. In this card, the cups are actually reaching down into the ground. Temperance is saying be patient, have some patience. It will come when the time is ready. This is a major arcana card. This is not something really that you're in control of per se. This is the universe kind of taking some charge with this. This could be saying that this King of Swords is going to come in. Be patient. It could also be saying eventually you will cut through this. You will have the truth. You will rid yourself of the anxiety you've been going through. But it takes time and it takes patience. Whichever one of those situations might apply to you as far as Temperance goes and the swords. Bottom of the deck, Empress. But she's in reverse. The Empress, the Empress, let me turn her right side up so I can look at her while I'm talking here. The Empress, she's like Mother Earth. She's going along nicely with the World card because she's about giving birth to something new. She's very grounded, knows her thoughts, her feelings. She has intuition. But this one was in reverse. So this is saying that you need to remember to listen to your feeling, listen to your intuition, really feel what you feel is right as you're moving away from this anxiety that you've been having in regards to this person or situation, because the Empress can help you do that. Now, your near future, we've already got two because two came out when I was originally pulling the cards. So we've got the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups. I'm going to clarify the Four of Cups. Okay, thank you. That one just flipped on me. Man, Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's that sword energy again. It's that anxiety, thoughts keeping you up at night. It's kind of crazy how much sword energy you really have here. Let me kind of clarify that one. Spirit, please clarify the Nine of Swords, please. Why is the Nine of Swords here clarifying? And you might also need to watch that you don't miss this creeping back in. If you're trying to move past it and through it, make sure this anxiety doesn't creep back in. When you think that you've healed that. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is energy movement. Wands are energy, fire energy. Quicker moving energy. It's usually represents a victory of some type. So I'm hoping this is a good sign that in the, your future, this Six of Wands victory card is gonna, it's telling me after some time and some patience that you'll be successful working through this anxiety, working through this situation. Let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords. Gosh, okay. Knight of Swords, again, another swords. We've got the Queen, the King, the Knight, the 10, the 9, the 8, and the Ace. there's either a lot of anxiety and a lot of kind of mixed up thought process going on here, or it's a really bad lack of communication with somebody, arguments, fighting, miscommunications, that type of thing. Knight of Swords, that's trying to cut right through to the truth, but it's also fast energy. I'm going to pull some more here. I'm going to pull another row, because this is a lot of sword energy. I want to see what this is about. Okay, thank you. That one came out. 9 of Cups. Okay, that's good. That's a happiness card. That is emotional fulfillment. Spirit, can I get 2 more cards, please? Thank you. Queen of Cups. Okay, that's good. That's more emotional fulfillment. She knows, she's Queen of Cups. She's very, very empathic, very emotionally centered, intuitive. She just knows. She feels it. It's just a knowing. It could be, even words popping into her head, telling her, which way to go, what to do, the right thing, just warning her of something, that type of energy. Really similar to the Queen of Cups is very similar to the High Priestess. That same type of intuition, kind of psychic download, emotional energy. Let me get 1 more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Death. Okay. What's on the bottom of the deck? Bottom of the deck again, 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups, again, just to refresh, because this was on the bottom of the deck before. This is about choices. 7 of Cups, this can feel like there's so many choices you don't know which one to choose. Like, I have a problem with this a lot. I always have. It's like, I love gardening. I love to buy plants. I'll go to my favorite plant nursery and I walk in for the first time in the spring because I live in Michigan where it's, we have 4 seasons here. So in the spring, it's like, oh my God, I get to buy plants. I get to plant things. I get to garden, all excited. And I walk in and it's so overwhelming. There's just so many plants to choose from, so many different things, so many options. It's like, oh gosh, I can't buy everything. Wish I could. If I had thousands upon thousands to go in there and buy everything, I probably would. But it's that overwhelming, like, I'm not sure which decision to make, but there's a lot of options here. And this can cloud your thinking, which is why you can't see her face. It's completely covered up by all of these options. So don't let that get in your way of this. But these cards here in your near, future, which these are actually both rows. This death I just pulled, it's the ending of something again, like the 10s, but it's also a rebirth. Death is not a bad card. It's the ending of something and the beginning of something else. So this is saying to me that even though you've been in this 10 of Sword energy, this 8 of Swords, feeling wrapped up in your thoughts all the time, you're moving towards this and on the other side of that is this 9 of Cups emotional happiness. And here you're going from the 9 of Swords, same, it's 8 of Swords, the next level up, keeping you up at night, being stuck in your thoughts, can't sleep, my mind's racing, I'm thinking too much. Moving away from that into this Queen of Cups, more peaceful feeling, a feeling of knowing, a feeling of, feeling just more peaceful, of being more centered in your thoughts, being centered in your emotions. Six of Wands, a victory. This is saying, you're going to be victorious with this. You'll be successful at moving through this, and on the other side of that may be change, but that's not a bad thing. This whole reading to me says there's a situation that needs to be changed. That's why you have Temperance, you have the Death card, and you have these tens in here signifying the ending of a cycle. And it feels like it's the ending of a lot of miscommunication or arguments, racing thoughts, that type. It does not feel like you've been in a good place with this. So that's a good thing. Let me get some advice from Spirit before I close this out. Let me grab my other deck again. Spirit, what advice do you have for Gemini in regards to this situation, please? What advice do you have for Gemini? 3 cards, please. What advice do you have for the sign of Gemini about this situation? What advice do you have for Geminis, please? Spirit, what advice do you have? Nine of Swords again. 3 of Wands. One more card, please. Okay. This is that Nine of the same. You got 9 of Swords again. This is that, here she is. Nighttime. She's supposed to be sleeping, but she's all up in her head, and has her awake. Over here in this corner, here's that little Temperance whispering to you. This Temperance card saying, just wait a little while, it'll be okay. Relax. We've got you. Got this. Try to keep that in mind. If you find that you're slipping back into that anxiety. 3 of Wands. This is a new beginning. It's moving. She's moving out. She's got a surfboard. She's looking like, where am I going to surf? Which way am I going to go? Looking out, into the ocean. And actually, all 3 of these, the rest of these cards here are Wands. 5 of Wands. 5 can be conflict. I think Spirit's just saying, it's going to be a little bit of work. Put the effort into it. Wands are about energy. Wands are fire energy. Okay, so it's about effort. Because then the end, you've got Knight of Wands. She looks happy here. It's like she's, in the back here, there's a horse. Most of the time you see a Knight of Wands card, and it's a male. In this deck, it's a female. Either way. But I feel this is actually you. I feel Spirit saying, once you move through this Knight of Swords type of funk, and you look towards, keep looking towards the horizon. Don't look back. Don't get stuck in the 4 cups you have over here where you're just kind of blah. Keep going forward. Keep pushing through this. It's work. It can be some conflict at times, but keep doing it. If you need help from other people, get the help. And in the end, it will work out. You just have to remember that you are in control of your thoughts. Not everything is always as bad as it seems it is. And sometimes it really is. If you are going through this, I'm not downplaying that. I'm not saying it's not bad. I myself have been through many situations and dealt with anxiety about different things, and I still do that actually. It's just I've always been that way. It's my personality type. Because I am very emotional. I am very Queen of Cups. So on the opposite side of that is this Eight of Swords. It's trying to keep a balance between those two. I'm very like over emotional, like hypersensitive. That could be the same way you are. You could be very like hypersensitive to things. Maybe your feelings get hurt quickly. And so when that happens to throw you in your emotions, it's going to give you this anxiety that you have with this Eight of Swords. The key is to control the two of those and keep them balanced. You know, for me, it is the gardening, the nature, that doing something that relaxes me, relaxes my mind, um, and and the patience, like this Temperance card. But you do have Spirit on your side. That's right here. That's this Temperance card. Um, so you can and you will get through this, Gemini, and you've already started. You know, you've already moving towards this. So you've got this. I hope this helped for some of you. If it did, please hit the like button, share, and don't forget to subscribe, and you'll get notified when I upload new readings for Gemini. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.